Hello, my name is Kody. I am Isaiah's partner in crime in Video Game Monthly, and this is my top 5 Game Boy Advance games. I have one more for an honorable mention. I'll start with that first. But I did not play the Game Boy. I played the Game Boy Advance far more than the Game Boy Color, but I didn't play any of these games specifically for very long. Some of these are some of my all-time favorite games. At least one of them is. But I didn't really stick with the Game Boy Advance too long because right after I got my Game Boy Advance, I got the Nintendo DS right when that came out. So I do have a wide variety of Game Boy Advance games in my collection, but I don't really fondly remember playing them for very often, except for one. All right, so my first honorable mention is Dragon Ball Z: The Legacy of Goku 1. Now this game, I was a massive Dragon Ball Z fan growing up in Ohio. I had Dragon Ball videotapes, I had Dragon Ball bed sheets, I had Dragon Ball posters. I just loved it so much. This game was definitely difficult. It was very janky too, because I think the developers, when they came out with this game, they had a limited amount of time to develop it. I'm not entirely sure, but I do remember struggling to even beat the minor characters like the worms and the dinosaurs, especially the dinosaurs. They were hard. And of course, it was very different because when you got to Namek, they had to go through Namekian temples, which were not canon to the actual story. So it was a unique take on it, and it was pretty cool though. I do remember, I love Sean Schemmel as Goku. Although the Ocean Dub came out at the same time, but Sean Schemmel is always my favorite Goku. I love how he's the Kamehameha and stuff like that. So I loved him as that. So that's my honorable mention. Number 5 is, let me see if I have my list here. Sorry, I dropped it. Okay. Wario Land 4 is number 5 on my list. I got this game when I was, I believe, 9. I don't know why I got it. I never even played Wario Land 1, 2, or 3. I never even liked Wario in any other game, like in Mario Golf or even Mario Kart. But it was different because I loved playing. It was very wacky. Very, very difficult too, especially when you stepped in the bullfrog and the bomb was going off and you had to get back to the warp. And it was fun to play. I loved throwing people around. It was very quirky. This is the only game in my collection, in my Game Boy Advance collection, that I have not beaten yet. The last boss is very, very hard. I may try it at some point, but I haven't gotten around to it. But other than that, I love playing it. I remember going to different places in Ohio in summer camp, driving to school, or even driving to Georgia to my grandma's house from Ohio. I remember playing this game in my car, so that was fun. So that's number 5. Number 4 is Pokemon Leaf Green. Now, I did not get this game at first. I got Yu-Gi-Oh! Reshuffle Destruction, and it's a quick teaser to my future pick in my top 3, but this game I got after I got Yu-Gi-Oh! Reshuffle Destruction, and that game was extremely hard. I couldn't stand it. My brother got Fire Red, and he was having so much fun with it. I got buyer's remorse instantly, so I was like, Dad, can you come and get this game for me? So we returned the Yu-Gi-Oh! Game I got, and I bought this one, and this one was so much fun. I love Venusaur. I'm always a grass-type trainer. I know people say that if you start as a grass-type trainer, it's the most boring type because it's so easy, but I just love it so much. I love Kanto. I love the redesigned music. The Pewter City theme, that is the most common town theme. That's my favorite Pokemon overworld theme outside of Goldenrod City. But other than that, it was so much fun. I loved how they added the 7 Islands, which gave you an additional challenge to look forward to with some additional legendaries. I love the National Dex entries, and of course, the fact is that after you beat the 7 Islands, the Elite Four goes up, and they get so much more challenging. It was so much fun to look forward to, and it gave me a reason to play this game a lot longer. So that's number 4. Number 3 on my list is Super Mario Advance 2, Super Mario World. I know this cartridge is not the right one, but in hindsight, I have Super Mario Advance. I liked it, but Super Mario World is my all-time favorite Mario platformer. When I got Super Mario Advance 2, it was so much fun. I remember playing that game, and I could spend hours playing it. I still do play it from time to time. I remember the Special World. It was so much fun. I I can't even believe I even beat it as a kid. I'm like, even 20 years later, I still can't believe that I beat all the special levels. Like, Tubular, I think, is the one where you're an inflatable balloon, or Mario's an inflatable balloon, and you have to, like, dodge him through all of these, like, different, obstacles. But anyway, I love that. I love Yoshi. I love the classic overworld theme. I love Donut Plains. I love Whispering Woods. I love Bowser's theme. I love finding all the star levels too. Getting the secret exits, and I think the addition of the secret exits in any Mario game makes it so much fun. But I just love Super Mario World, so that's number 3 on my list. Number 2 is Yu-Gi-Oh! Worldwide Edition Stairway to the Destined Duel. Now this is really interesting that Isaiah has the international version. I had the English version. I remember getting it at Sam's Club right after I moved down to Florida. This game taught me how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! After Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z, then came Yu-Gi-Oh!, which was the most popular thing to play and talk about for about 2 years in a row. I did not know how to play the card game. This game right here taught me how to do it. It was very basic. It didn't really have all the cards at the time. I think it was just under 1,000 or so, but I made like the strongest deck possible with the different Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. Like you had Dark Hole, Raigeki, Harpy's Feather Duster. Then you had your boss monsters like Summon Skull, Cybertech Alligator, and then Blue Eyes White Dragon, and then Cyberstein and Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. So there's so many combos that you can pull off. But this game taught me how to duel. I loved spending hours playing on it. I had the strategy guide, so I cheated and got all the cards, but still, it was fun. It was a unique challenge too because it was based on a randomizer, so all your opponents were never technically the same. I love the background music too. I love the ally theme, and I believe it was Yuki's theme that was pretty cool. And then I loved using field spells, which changed the background of the dueling board. So that was pretty cool. My favorite one was Fusion Gate. I believe it was like a digital background. So much to play and learn from this game, and I'm glad this got me into Yu-Gi-Oh! And I played it so much. I played at least 10 other Yu-Gi-Oh! Games since, but this will always be my favorite nostalgic Yu-Gi-Oh! Game. So that's number 2. And my all-time favorite Game Boy Advance game is Pokemon Emerald. Never have I ever spent so much time in a Pokemon game. I had so much fun. I never really was a fan of Ruby and Sapphire. That was kind of when Pokemon was on the downswing, so I wasn't really excited over Ruby and Sapphire, but when Emerald came out, I was like, let's give it a shot. And of course, with Rayquaza as the cover, I love green and I love dragons, so that was a win. But what really got me into this game was the Battle Frontier. It was something I've never seen before. There was so much to do. The Battle Pike, where you have to win certain matches in a row. The Battle Dome, which was like a tournament. The Battle Hike, I believe it was called, with Battle Pyramid with Pyramid King Brandon. That was hard, but the fact is that the game was never the same. The game made you. It created trainers that had all sorts of teams and stuff, and it was so much fun. It made playing it so much fun, and raising Pokemon team incredibly challenging and fun to do. Now the biggest mistake I've ever made was transferring all my Pokemon off of Emerald and into the newer games, because I can never get them back now. And also without erasing my game, of course. But I still have. There's one in the first recorder. There's one battle that I saved where I took on a level 100 Porygon with my Salamence, and it was like the greatest battle I've ever had because I couldn't hit the stupid Porygon because it used Minimize. But I still have it recorded, and it's amazing, and I just love it so much to do. And I will play this game a lot more often now that I have free time, but this is always my go-to Pokemon game if I really want to challenge and I really want to have fun with it. So that's my top 5. Thanks for walking down memory lane with me, and like and subscribe for more.